Before the video starts, I just want to clarify that the article I'm reading from was written in 2020, so like 5 years before the reunion and stuff like that. So if this sounds a little weird, like, oh, they're fine now though, well, what's this article talking about? This article was written before they reunited, so I wanted to make that clear. I don't know why, like, I'm literally talking about all the fights they had, mentioning, of course, the cricket bat incident, but I should also clarify that I will not be talking about when they broke up, because I'm saving that for August. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. Together, Liam and Noel Gallagher made rock and roll history, but they smashed everything up in sight in the process, including each other. I don't like Liam. Noel, 52, bluntly told Q Magazine 2009, he's rude, arrogant, intimidating, and lazy. He's the angriest man you'll ever meet. He's like a man with a fork in a world of soup. Okay, look, Noel Gallagher, I love you, but you just be saying stuff, and I don't have the words for it. Anyways, Liam echoed the sentiment, branding his brother and Oasis bandmate a potato and declaring it takes more than blood to be my brother. He doesn't like me and I don't like him. He was 47 when he said this. Indeed, their 18-year tenure with Oasis was littered with explosive bust-ups, walkouts, and bloody fights between the infamously hot-headed duo before the final row that would signal the end in August of 2009. Which, by the way, we'll be getting into in a video because August is coming up. It's creeping in. It's coming. Right, so let's talk about all of the things that Liam and Noel have done to each other. Obviously, I just skipped a part of this article that talks about how Liam's trying to get the band back together and lashing out at Noel on Twitter, because that is true, though, to be fair. Liam would occasionally just be like, hey, I want the band back together too. I fucking hate you, Noel, and it's like, well, now they're back together now, and it's nice, and they're talking, and they're communicating, and it's healthy, probably. But, we're not going to get into the, fights they've had, starting off with the most infamous fight of them all, the cricket bat incident. They were partway through recording What's the Story Morning Glory in 1995 when Liam nipped out for a pint only to return to the studio with a rabble of boozed-up strangers. Noel was not impressed and forced Liam to send his new friends back home, reportedly prompting an inebriated Liam to lose it and attack Noel and his guitars. In defense, Noel apparently reached for the nearest thing, a cricket bat, and lamped Liam over the head with it. Noel later gave up the bat to music journalist Paolo Hewitt, who sold it as a collector's item. I should clarify two things. One, apparently it was Giggsy's cricket bat? I think? That's what I've been hearing. And two, this is what a cricket bat looks like. Let's not hit Liam with hammer-like objects. First, he gets hit with a hammer at 15, which is already crazy enough as it is. And then he gets hit with a cricket bat in 1995. Let's not. I think it's making his brain jambled. And then you joined and it became Oasis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you think the band would have been a success without Noel?
No. Well, who knows? It's like, would Jesus Christ been a fucking pervert if he had a crisp packet on his head? No one knows, did it?
The next incident we're talking about is, it apparently happened, it doesn't really say when, but, apparently, back when Noel was with Sarah, well, Liam didn't like Sarah. I never actually knew this, but he branded her as a witch and compared her to Vladimir Putin. That is insane. That is actually crazy. Oh, but trust me, that we're not. This is only the bits and pieces. Like we haven't even gotten to what Liam said about Anais back in the day. But we'll keep talking about this one. So, Sarah described seeing a fight that happened between them that apparently took place in the hallway of a hotel. She said, and I quote, "They're rolling around like geckos, and Noel's shirt was in ribbons. That's insane. And we left, but then I realized I left my bag there, and Noel knocked on the door, and it was hurled down the corridor. It became untenable and exhausting," which I don't know how it even started. It doesn't even say how it started. We'll never even know. The next fight we're talking about is apparently what Liam said about Anais and Noel split his lip over it. I should clarify now, obviously, they've all made up or whatever, but it was all jolly hockey sticks when the band went out for a few bevies in Barcelona in the 2000s after canceling a gig because Alan White had injured his arm. But things went sour a few shandies in when Liam questioned the legitimacy of Noel's daughter Anais with his ex-wife Meg Matthews. According to reports, Noel was on top of Liam within seconds, raining down punches and splitting his lip before quitting the tour and forcing Oasis to go on without him. And the beef was still festering in 2005 when Noel told Q Magazine, "I've never forgiven him because he's never apologized. He's my brother, but he's at arm's length until he apologizes for what he's done." Liam, of course, did eventually say sorry, but Noel hinted that it was too little too late. "People don't see what I've had to put up with for 30-odd years," he said, "but they also don't see that if we keep the right distance, it still really works." This fight is a little more tame compared to the other ones. They threw plums at each other in Paris? Let me explain. For two men who knew how to fight, part of the bust-up that ended Oasis was distinctly un-rock and roll. Their final spat started off being vicious enough with the pair locking horns backstage at the Paris Rock en Seine festival on August 28th because Liam wanted to plug his pretty green clothing line in the program. I do remember hearing about that. Then, according to Noel, a fierce Liam took his freak out on a plum, hurling the fruit at the wall before stomping out of the dressing room. Part of me wishes it did end like that. That would have been a great headline. Plum throws plum and finishes fucking Oasis, Noel once said. Oh no. No, dear viewer. This isn't how it ended, though. Obviously. For whatever reason, he went into his own dressing room and came back with a guitar and started wielding it like an axe, Noel continued. "I'm not fucking kidding, and I'm making light of it because it's kind of what I do, but it's a real unnecessary violent act, and he's swinging this guitar around and he nearly took my face off with it. It ended up on the floor and I put it out of its misery." After being told what, they were due to be on stage in like 5 minutes, Noel decided he was done. "I was like, you know what, I'm fucking out of here." I got in the car and sat there for 5 minutes and just said, "Fuck it, I can't do this anymore." And this is obviously what broke up Oasis. This is the fight that broke them up, which I was not gonna save this specifically for a video. What I was gonna talk about the tour that ended them, but now you know that this is what happened, So there you go. That, dear viewers, is every single fight Liam and Noel had. Infamous one being Cricket Bat, and of course the night they broke up. Two very infamous fights in there, sprinkled in some other ones that one you knew about and one you didn't know about, like an example being the fight in Paris, and then Liam saying shit about Nias. But obviously things are now all cleared up. Obviously they made up, I think, around 2023. I think they started texting in 2023, and then in 2024 they announced the reunion, which, to be fair, this is not funny, but when Noel and Sarah got divorced, every single person was like, "Oh, maybe Oasis is gonna come back now because Sarah's out of the picture." And I'm like, what the hell, man? Anyways, I am proud to announce that those were all of the thumbnails that I made before the Little House on the Prairie ones. So I'm very proud to announce that I will finally be working on the Little House on the Prairie video. I should clarify though that I'm not watching the Netflix reboot because one, I don't have Netflix, and two, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time. Okay? I'm already going through a lot with this video. Okay? I'm good.